As I waited for the preview build of Yooka-Laylee to load, I busied myself checking Twitter and replying to emails. There was some music playing from my childhood I couldn't quite remember. I racked my brain, was it from Donkey Kong, Crash Bandicoot, maybe Banjo-Kazooie? When I looked up, I realised I'd been listening to the song that greets you on Yooka-Laylee's start screen, and as I spent the next 90 minutes playing through a guided demo of the first two worlds, I was hit with wave after wave of nostalgia. It's no secret why this game taps into those classic early 3D platformer memories either. Made by Playtonic Games, a company made up of several key Rare devs from the N64 era, Yooka-Laylee is billed as a spiritual successor to their most cherished work from the past. In Yooka-Laylee, you play as the kind and sensible chameleon Yooka and wisecracking bat Laylee. Like Banjo-Kazooie, each member of the duo has unique abilities. Yooka can eat honey or cannonballs and absorb their properties, allowing the team to stick to slippery surfaces or withstand powerful gusts of wind. Laylee can use sonar to reveal hidden platforms, or flap her wings to carry the pair across large gaps. Just like jam jars in Banjo-Tooie, abilities are unlocked through the merchant character Trouser, a snake in a safari hat that's squeezed into a very tight but very sensible pair of shorts. He's not a charity either. You'll need to spend some of the 200 quills you can collect from each of the game's 5 worlds to unlock any of the abilities you need. Trouser quickly emerged as my favourite character, as he's prone to answer his mid-80s cell phone mid-transaction or give the duo advice complete with superfluous S's, because he's a snake. You're going to need all the advice and abilities you can get, because Yooka-Laylee's worlds are enormous. Each can also be expanded with Pages, another of the game's suite of collectibles. Reminiscent of games like Mario 64 or Donkey Kong 64, each world is an open arena just begging to be explored. A forgiving checkpoint system means an ill-timed jump or misjudgment of distance doesn't see the last 10 minutes of traversal going to waste. Exploration is always rewarded too, whether it be with a new collectible, a hidden kart racing minigame, or an encounter with one of the many supporting characters. There's the scientist with octopus arms, Dr. Puzz, who can transform Yooka and Laylee into a twisted sentient flower in order to pollinate other flowers. Nimbo the Cloud needs help to make it rain because they've lost their confidence, and Clara, a skeletal explorer, needs to be rescued from a pot before she's tonight's dinner. Every interaction, animation, and line of dialogue is dripping in the same sarcastic, absurd humour Rare was famous for. I kept catching sight of my stupid ear-to-ear grin whenever Laylee would crack wise with a meta joke about Kickstarter money or modern games' reliance on tutorial levels. These jokes are delivered in classic Rare fashion, via scrolling dialogue boxes, accompanied by varying squeaks and squawks that sound as though they're pitch shifted from the same sample. While cute at first, it can quickly get tiresome, but thankfully you can speed up dialogue with the press of a button. Cutscenes are also delivered in this way, but the fantastic animation and visual gags kept my attention throughout. Speaking of, you'll want to pay very close attention as you play. One of the first boss battles you'll encounter is a simple quiz against Dr. Quack, one of the game's main villains. While similar to Grunty's Furnace Fun from Banjo-Kazooie, or any of the quizzes for that matter, the new quiz has been expanded and now adds in questions that are unique to your playthrough. For example, I was asked which ability I acquired first, how many total quills I'd collected, and in a classic nod to Banjo, I had to identify a location from a screenshot. Each time a new question appeared, I turned to other people in the room and we excitedly conferred about which we thought was the correct answer. Yooka-Laylee is a game that feels equal parts familiar and new. It captures the spirit and feel of the games that defined Rare in the N64 era and brings them into the modern video game landscape. Be sure to check out our gameplay videos of Yooka-Laylee's first two worlds, and subscribe for all of our coverage on Yooka-Laylee and video games in general. I'm Dan, and I'm going to go and play a bunch of Banjo-Kazooie to tide me over until April 11th.